on good, Asha. Oh, welcome to another segment of Sincere Milk. Today, I'll be talking on IWA. IWA is pronounced Iwa. And when a child is said to have Iwa in my place, it means the child is well behaved. You can't be said to be well behaved if you are not obedient. Looking through the Bible, I find that obedience is spelled IWA. I stands for immediately. For you to do anything such that God will accept it as having obeyed Him, you must do it immediately. You must do it as at when it demands or it requires that you do it. If He wants you to do it now and you do it later, that is not obedience. If He expects you to do it by 10 a.m. and you do it by 12 noon, that is not obedience. If it's an assignment for today and you put it off till tomorrow, it will not be regarded as obedience, even when you do it. Not obeying immediately will cause you great suffering. It can make you suffer loss, even like Jonah did. When God told Jonah to go to Nineveh, Jonah didn't obey immediately. When you don't obey immediately, it shows you are not also willing to obey. And because Jonah would not obey immediately, he suffered loss as he journeyed to Tarshish. Jonah lost all of his belongings. Jonah also caused everyone that was journeying with him to lose all of their belongings. The people with Jonah at some point tried to help him. They were rowing faster in hope that they could escape the storm. But the more they rowed, the stronger the storm became. If you will not obey immediately, you may suffer like Jonah and all that were with him. Eventually, they threw Jonah into the water. Taloo. And only then did the storm cease. God will not accept any obedience that is not done immediately. To do it immediately is to do it as at when you are expected to do it. And you must know, it is not just for God's benefit that He demands that you obey immediately. It is more for your good. When as a child, you learn to put off assignment to a later time, before you know it, it will become his habit. And that will lead to making him a procrastinator. There are many people who are good in their fields, but because they learned to procrastinate, they didn't do well. Many students have failed because of procrastination. Many businesses have crumbled because people procrastinate. Many people didn't do well in their careers and professions because they had learned the habit of procrastinating from childhood. I know many tailors who do well, great at their craft, but their businesses have gone down because they never deliver as agreed. When you don't learn to obey immediately, you are training yourself to become a procrastinator. But because God doesn't want you to fail in life, God is not going to accept your obedience unless it is done immediately, as at when it is required. When you learn to obey immediately, you are cultivating timeliness. Timeliness is a virtue that is highly demanded in today's world and businesses. God demands that you obey immediately. And when you do, that is when you are sure to get the blessing of obedience. Obedience in the kingdom is spelled IWA.